Hi everyone, I know I have made a video on this before and this is probably repetitive to have another one of these, but I think I'm gonna do the last one that I did on Dior bottles. It was a little bit too lengthy and most likely people didn't get to every one of them because it was combined with other bottles. So I'm gonna do one short one for Dior bottles. So now Dior bottles, there's 3 generations of Dior bottles I have here. This is pre-2016 bottle. This is between 2016 and like 2024, and these two are 250 ml and they're no longer made like at 250 ml. They're only made in 200 ml and 100 ml and 50 ml. So, and this is a new talisman bottle. So just want to explain how you know if you have a fake bottle. So number one is, if you see C&D like that, Christian Dior, you see how it's separate on the cap. It should match inside as well. So inside the cap, I can show the C&D inside the cap here. Let's see. The C&D inside the cap is also separate. Let me just here show it from maybe this. Oh well, you see C&D is separate there as well, so it's not attached, right? Like, so the same way you have it on the cap, it should be inside the cap, and that's one indicator that you may have it fake. So look, this is the one that C&D is attached. So after 2016, a lot of bottles that you will find the C&D are attached, and then when you look inside, C&D are also attached. See? Okay. Now the same I think goes for the newer bottles. So C&D and then C&D. So it's the same, attached. So it should match them. So if you see a mismatch between them, or actually that's how I found out in a recent, someone asked me that they had a bottle, so that's how I found out that was a fake. The second one you should look in, also seems like Dior had stopped making the invisible stems. You see these are invisible stems, you don't see them as much, but then this one is more visible. So seems like they have changed the stems. But if you see these bottles, if it's in a darker juice bottle, sometimes in a clearer juice you could see the stem still in these ones, but in the darker juice bottle you should not be able to see really from, you know, from some sort of distance the stem of the sprayer. Now the other one is that when you look at the also look at the texture, like now they've added the texture to there's some, I don't know if it's the camera's showing, yeah, so there's some texture to the label. Previously there was no texture to the label, it was just white, and the you know, the borders were shiny, the middle was matte. So that's another thing. In terms of the other thing that would tell you if the bottle fake or not, so the old formats, this kind of 250 ml ones, both pre-2017 and after 2017 or 16, you see how they have the skinny kind of stems at the end, right? This is a skinny kind of stem at the end. They both have those kind of stems. And so there's that. Again, it should match C&D here with whatever it's on top here. So C&D is separate in this one, separate on its cap, separate inside the cap, and it should be the same thing here. Then let's just put it on the right one here. With this one, it seems like they have changed the cap, kind of the stem here. You see it's a little bit fat, chubbier one, smaller one. Let's see if I can have it focus on this. Yeah, you see how it is comparing to, let me just do this again. So this is the older one and this is the newer one. You see there's a difference. Maybe I should, hold on, let me just hold them both here like that so you guys can see. There's a difference, okay? Let's put this in here. Oh, goodness, okay. Just go in there. And so those would be the major differences between how you I don't think this was right. This is how you find out about this. Actually, this one's okay. So even the old caps are not even fitting this one. So okay, there we go. That's how you should kind of know. And the other thing is, like, you see in the bottle of the new ones, you see this C&D like that, kind of engraved, kind of, I don't know what it is, it's kind of raised, this one, when you touch. And these ones don't have that. These ones are like this. And there's these ones. So basically, so those are the three differences, three major, messed up the label. Three major differences is this: the C&D matching both on top of the cap, inside the cap, on the top of the sprayer. Then there is the stem, how it is in these ones. The 250 ml ones are supposed to have the thin ones. The newer ones supposed to have a little bit of a thicker ones, and the bottle of this one has the C&D, and then the visibility of stem and the juice. The more kind of the most diagnostic, if I want to call it diagnostic, is the kind of stem and how it's made. Unfortunately, because now they've changed to these fat stems, it will be difficult to recognize the fake ones in these ones. Although this kind of label being textured and makes it a little bit more difficult, but yeah, so there's that. That was it, guys. I just wanted to make a quick video and talk about this because I know a lot of people are asking about it. If you find the content interesting, please like, subscribe, it helps a lot, and push the notification button, and I see you later. Bye bye.